Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get right into this video. So I have these extra long stiletto nail tips. I'm going to be using these for my video today. I'm just going to cut the back so that when I apply them, it's not too much on my nails. And then I applied these with some base coat gel. I cut them down to my desired length. And I went with this length. Next, I just went ahead and took my straight edge nail clippers and kind of tapered them in just a little bit. Then I also cleaned up these sides and the free edge with my hand file. And then next I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol to remove that dust. And then I'm also making sure that I get underneath the nail as well. And then I'm going to go in with some base coat to my nails. And I won't be applying base coat all the way down on my ring and index finger because when you apply base coat it leaves a sticky and tacky layer, and I didn't want anything to stick to that part of the nail, so I didn't go all the way down. I just focused that base coat gel right where the nail and my natural nail meets. And then once I finish doing that for all of the nails, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So to start off this nail set, I'm going to be using this soft pink Polygel from modelones in the shade 002, and I'm also using some rubbing alcohol as my slip solution. And I just put a bead of Polygel right there where my natural nail and the nail tip meets. And then I'm just going to pat that out. I will be doing a French tip on my ring and index finger. I started with the French tip just because sometimes my French tip smile lines isn't always perfect, so I wanted to go ahead and get those out the way first. So I'm just making that smile line using the body of my brush to get that straight line. And notice I'm not going like polygel crazy for this step because I don't want it to be too much to work with, so I went in with a thin layer. And then once I get that foundation down, I just go back in with another bead to build up that nail. And I did this as good as I could, and this is what the nails look like. I'm going to cure this and repeat the same step on my index finger. Once I have finished doing this, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds, and then I'm just taking some rubbing alcohol to remove that sticky layer, and I'm going to go in with my hand file and kind of clean up the smile line, getting it as perfect as it can be. I could have waited until the end until I got my Polygel application down, but I wanted to go ahead and do this so that this smile line is good to go and I didn't have to worry about it. So next, once I finish doing that, I'm just going to remove that dust, and I'm just going to go in with the other nails. And I did the smile lines as good as I could, y'all, so that's how they're looking. But I'm going to continue using this soft pink color by modelones, and I'm just going to put a line down my pinky nail. And I'll also be doing the same exact thing for my middle and thumb. When I use modelones polygel, I always speak highly of them because this is such good polygel. Like, it is so smooth. And a tip for applying this, if you are watching my video right now and you are a beginner, a way you can apply this, you can work with small beads, or you can do like I did, just put a line down the nail and continue to pat this until it gets over the entire nail, and then dip your brush back into the slip solution and then start to smooth it out. But then again, that could be just for certain polygels, because I know with this modelones polygel, that's what I do, and like it works super good because it's soft, it just lays super smooth. But with makartt polygel, it's more on the stiffer side. See, this is how it looks, and it already looks super smooth. I just cured that, and then I'm going to go back in with another line down the nail and repeating the same exact thing, just patting this polygel onto the nail. I'm not pulling anything yet. I'm just going to pat this until it gets over the entire nail, and then once I get it over the entire surface, I'm just going to start smoothing that out. So if you are a beginner and you want some good polygel, look at this polygel. Like, it is so pretty. Like, this color is pretty, it lays super good. And then I'm just going to cure that and repeat that same step over my middle finger. And I feel like this is a better example of how I apply this polygel. I just put a line and patting, gently patting this until I get it over the entire surface, and then I'm just going to smooth it out. And I'm sorry if I keep repeating this. I'm just trying to make sure that the beginners that are watching my channel, because I have been getting a lot of new people lately, I'm just trying to make sure that they are, you know, can figure out a way to do polygel, or like if they need any tips, I'm just trying to help them out. And I also noticed I didn't finish my sentence back there when I was showing you guys the polygel. What I was saying was, if you do want some beginner friendly polygel, modelones is a good company, super affordable. And then also makartt, if you use makartt, I do have a discount code. I will link it down below. And I just can't get over how good this polygel lays. Like, look at this polygel. Like, it is super smooth, and I really do love this polygel. So I'm just going to continue doing this on the thumb. I didn't show the entire process, but I did show a little bit of it. I just repeated that same step over the thumbnail as well, and then I'm just going to smooth this out and then cure and go in with the next step. So after the thumbnail was cured, these are how the nails are looking so far. And then next I'm going to be taking these little art nail decoration pieces. I don't know what it's called, but I got this from AliExpress, super cheap. I'm going to be using these on my nails. So I just put some out on the paper towel of the ones I was going to use. Even though these are like super soft, sometimes it can be a little pain to like put these on the nails. So before I even did this, I'm going ahead and bending some so that it lays flatter on the nail, so when I go in to encapsulate, the pieces aren't sticking up and get filed away. So I just went ahead and did that, and then I took some top coat and put it on my nails so that these pieces will stick. I was going to use base coat, but for some reason my base coat had like little lint pieces in it, and I wanted this to be like as clear as possible, so I went with top coat instead. And at the last moment I decided to go with these little glitter pieces, whatever it's called. I just wanted a subtle hint of like pink glitter, so I'm not going to put a lot. I'm just taking some up with my brush, literally just a little bit. I didn't want it to like overpower this nail, just like this. And then without curing, I'm just gonna go ahead and place these little flower pieces and butterflies onto the nail. And then once I get the position I want and how many I want, I'm going to cure in the nail light for 30 seconds. And then once I did that on my ring finger as well, I'm just going to cure, and then I'm going to be using this clear polygel from makartt to encapsulate. Makartt has by far the most clearest polygel I've seen so far, so I decided to use this. And I'm using some base coat as my slip solution because sometimes when I use alcohol, I notice when I'm using clear, it makes the clear polygel look foggy, so I didn't want that. I didn't even want to like try it because I know it was gonna mess this up, so I just went ahead with base coat instead. And I'm just going to encapsulate this nail.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it.
And once I finished encapsulating this, I cured and repeated that on my ring finger as well. I didn't show it, but these are how the nails are looking so far. I didn't encapsulate the other pink nails because there were no reason for me to encapsulate. Then I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol and wipe off all the nails, making sure to get underneath as well so I can go in with my filing.
How to swim, no worries, as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom.
So for filing, I'm just going to take my hand file and just file the sides first. I like to file the sides first and clean up the shape just because it looks better in the process to me. Like, it's not really a specific way to file. I just like doing that first. And then I also go over the surface of the nail and around the cuticle area as best as I can. Sometimes I do have to go back in with my nail drill, and that's what I'm going to do in a few seconds, but I'm just going to make sure I get the free edge as well. And here I just wanted to show you guys that modelones polygel is super easy to file. Like, this was so smooth, and I only used my hand file for this. Then I'm just going to repeat that over all the nails. I'm only going to show this one and then go in with my nail drill.
Still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
After I go in with my nail drill, I do go back in with my hand file just because I feel like I do have more control. So I wanted to clean up the shape a little bit more and then go over the surface just to get rid of the ridges. And then these are how the nails are looking once I finish filing, and I do see very much improvement in my shape. Like, these are looking so good. Like, can we literally take a moment? Like, I'm so impressed with this shaping. And then I went to go wash my hands, and these are how they are looking. Like, I just can't stress it enough, I love the shape of these nails. So moving on to the next step, I have some white gel polish on my nail palette, and I'm taking my line brush. I'm just going to be making a line over the smell line. I don't know if outlining is the correct term for this, but as you can see, I'm just taking my line brush and just making that smile line. And also, I didn't really do this for this reason, but it also kind of like disguised my imperfected smile line, so I felt like adding this was a good touch to this nail set. Before I cure in the nail light, I just made sure that I cleaned up with my nail brush, and this is how it looks. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and then repeat that on my other French tip nail. And then after that is cured, I'm going to be taking some rhinestones. These are the rhinestones I'm using. I will try to link this down below. So here on my nail palette, I have already like planned my design, and I'm going to be taking my rhinestone glue gel, and I'm going to be putting that on my nail where I know the rhinestones will be. And then I'm going to go over that with some top coat, and I went ahead and top coated the whole nail so that once I finish applying the rhinestones, I didn't have to go around the rhinestones once I finished. So I just went ahead and put top coat over the entire nail and then start applying my rhinestones.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Once I finished applying my rhinestones, I just went ahead and cured that for 30 seconds. This is how it looks. It is so pretty. And I never really did anything like this much with rhinestones, so I was super excited about this nail set. And on my nail palette, I went ahead and planned my other two nail designs. I'm just adding some of that rhinestone gel glue and some top coat over top, and then I went ahead and applied these rhinestones. And for these, it's different from the middle finger, but they are the same. I want it to be like extra with these two, but like not do too much.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
So once I applied these here, I was just looking at it and I thought that some of them were too big, so I just went ahead and took some of them off and replaced them with smaller rhinestones, and I also did it for my thumb as well. Once I take these off and get these right how I want, I'm going to cure these in a nail light for 30 seconds and then move on to the next finger.
Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number.
and I cured the pinky. I didn't show the entire process of me adding the rhinestones to the thumb, but here is the last little clip, and I'm going to cure this, and these are how the nails are looking so far. These are super pretty so far. Like, I just can't wait for this set to be done. And then for my ring finger, I wanted to add some rhinestones over the smile line, so I'm adding some top coat. I didn't go in with the rhinestone gel glue because I felt like these wouldn't move out of place as much as the bigger rhinestones, so I just added some top coat to this, and I'm just putting some rhinestones on the smile line. I didn't put them too close. I just put one in the middle and 3 on the side, spacing them out, and then I cured that and then moving on to the next nail. I finished applying the rhinestones, and this is how it looks after being cured. These are so freaking pretty. Like, I just can't get over this. But I'm taking some makartt top coat, and I'm gonna go over the nails, even though I didn't have to go over the pink nails with the rhinestones because I already top coated the entire nail. I went ahead and did it anyway. I mainly wanted to focus the top coat on the clear nails, and here I'm applying the top coat. It still look a little bit foggy for this one, but I still have to go underneath, so I didn't think too much of it. So I just went ahead to the next nail. I'm going to be applying some top coat to all of the nails, and I'm also going to be putting top coat underneath the French nails. Okay, so here, once I finished putting top coat underneath the nails, I realized that my ring finger was clearer than my pointer finger. Like, it was so cloudy. I was so confused as to why it was like that. I did both nails the exact same way, so I was unsure on why my index finger was super foggy. I was just looking at it like, what in the world is going on? But I went ahead and added my cuticle oil, and once I rub that in, I will show you guys the finished nails. So here are the finished nails. So I really do love this set, mostly because the bling, I feel like the bling is my absolute favorite part because I never, like, it's just so blingy and cute and girly. Like, I just love it, this pink color. But the only thing I don't like about this is that pointer finger because it is so cloudy. Like, I don't know what happened during the process. I feel like maybe it could have been the filing. And I also buffed these nails to like get rid of the scratches, so like I'm not sure what happened. If you have any tips and tricks for me to, like, you know, get a clear coat or application when doing clear encapsulating, please let me know down below. But yeah, these are how the nails are looking, and that's the only thing I didn't like. Everything else is super pretty. As always, if you have made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.